Hey YouTube, welcome back to Twindividuality. We are back. It has been a long time since we did a video on this channel, but we have a whole lot of stuff that we want to talk to you about. Real talk, real advice, even maybe a little bit of a
controversy.
Yeah. So we are going to let Deborah tell us what today's video is about.
Today's video is going to be a reaction video to some TikToks about, I guess, men on women. Some of it is like women's comments about men. Some of them are like kind of controversial, and let's just go ahead and jump in and see what I'm talking about.
So we are going to both be looking at her phone, but we're going to put the video up on the screen, probably right here in the middle if we can. So you can we can share the video with you. All right, so the first video is from Your Mind 47 on TikTok, and it's about the sad truth about
Men.
Men.
The
sad truth about men.
You'll walk away from a good woman just because you know you. You'll stay with a whore because she'll never know who you are. It's more comfortable for men for us not to be known. That's why it's hard for us to stay down with good women, because a good woman will look straight through you and say, "You sad, ain't you?" "Nah, baby, what you talking about? I'm good." A whore ain't never going to ask you how you feel because she don't care. And many of us like that because we don't care about ourselves, and it feels good to be around people who don't care either. Because when people care about you, it challenges you to get better. When they don't, you can be whoever the hell you want to be. We are in trouble in this world.
I don't want to say that famous thing. There's a whole lot to unpack in that video.
So I'm going to first say that I 100% agree with him. I've seen like a lot of cheating. Have you ever heard guys say that people look at him and they are like, "Yeah, you or her?" Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's the good woman. Mm-hmm. Like he said, she does all those things, like make sure that you're okay, you know, all that craziness. And the whore is the one they're going to hang out with. Like, that's the one that they're going to pick because they know they're going to get what they want and move on. Usually that turns into some kind of stalkerish situation, but...
So why wouldn't you, as a man who really sound like he don't give a damn about himself, think that you need the good woman to bring you up to where you need to be?
Because he don't want to be there. He don't want nobody to make him better. That's the thing. That's what I feel like he was trying to say. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want some other person to force him to better himself.
Okay. So we're not at that stage in our life right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay, so this next video is by TikToker, The Viral Page. And the video is about the fact that men and women are not equal.
A woman can be in love with you. Indeed, she can. Just not how you're in love with her. Just not how you love her. Because we're two different people. We're not equal. We're not. But we've been manipulated growing up that, you know, we're equal. She's better than you and you're supposed to sacrifice for her. Why? What does she bring to the table other than what's between her legs? How does that make her so much more greater than us? It doesn't. But we've been manipulated to believe that she's greater than us.
So, I don't know where he got that from, that people think women are supposed to be better than men. Mm-mm. I feel like the way we grew up was the absolute opposite. Mm-hmm. I feel like men can't treat women like they're disposable, is for exactly the reason that he says about what's between her legs and all of that. Mm-hmm. I don't know where he got this.
I don't know who raised him. That's what I want to say. Because women, I think, are, like you said, taught that men are like the breadwinner. They protect and support the family, and we supposed to sacrifice stuff like our careers and stuff and raise families, and he's supposed to be the head of the household.
But how about the fact that you always heard that it's more men than women, so they have their pick. That drove me crazy. Like,
And
I don't care. It's
also,
hot in here.
why would you mention that what's between her legs is what she's bringing to the table?
Because nowadays, women are bringing more than some men to the table. So yeah, that's something interesting. Like, I don't know. I don't know what he talking about.
So the next video is from Tisa Elaine, and she's talking about advice she would give women 1,000,000 times.
Advice I would give women 1,000,000 times. Leave quietly. Always leave quietly. If a man ghosts you, don't say anything. Leave quietly. If a man disrespects you, leave quietly. Don't say anything. And the reason for that is men thrive off of negative emotions from you. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. So when you send those long paragraphs telling him like how much he pissed you off and how you hate him and don't talk to me ever again, that is still a viable emotion that he is getting your energy from. It shows that you care to some degree. I'm telling you, nothing feels better than taking your power back and not saying anything. Leave his ass confused and stuck. Just dismiss him. Start dismissing men. I promise you, it will make your life so peaceful. And I mean, you could apply it to any relationships I do. I see your bullshit and I'm not acknowledging it. Certain things just aren't worth your time, so you need to act like it. Just leave quietly. Just leave quietly.
All right. So I agree
I agree.
because absolutely you are giving him, first of all, rent-free space in your head, and you're letting him know that he basically like he's the man, like okay, whatever for her. But leaving quietly absolutely leaves them confused about who they are, I will say.
So let me just put my little petty pants on for a minute. It would eat his ass up if I guess if he was the one who was like, I'm done, this relationship is over, whatever he did, and then you just were like, okay, and you just left. It would eat his ass up because he would
Personal
be like, well, why
experience.
she don't care?
Personal experience. And they'll call you and I just wanted to say hi. Oh, okay, I thought we were done. Okay, I'm just checking in on you. And then you hear about how because this person never had this to happen to them before, how it ate them up and all of that. Then all of a sudden they miss you and whatever.
And that gives you
But then
power
but
back.
don't do that. Like she said, leave quietly because then it kind of well sometimes can make you fall back into that same situation when you shouldn't have fallen back into it in the first place. And then you get to a point where you're like, why the hell did I do this to myself? Like, what the F was I thinking? So
I
yeah,
left in the first place. Why did I start this
what
all over again?
about that situation made me leave at first? Because it didn't go away. It didn't go away. So you just being a glutton for punishment at that point and going back to this person. So leave quietly, and I'll add, stay gone. Stay gone, because there's nothing good on the other side of that. It's going to be the same stuff over and over. Okay. So this next video is by TikToker dating coach Anwar, and it is about dating patterns based on profession.
Girl, tell me your profession and I'll tell you exactly what you need to work on to get your guy. As a dating coach for 14 years and as your fairy godbrother, I've seen it all, I've coached it all, I've heard it all, right? And what I know is that your profession is directly tied to how you navigate your relationships. Because ultimately you have a relationship with your career. Your career, if you're single right now, is your man, is your boyfriend. So I wanted to share with you kind of the 3 kinds of careers that I see and what sort of opportunities there are if you are in this career. So first, let's talk about the nurturing career. So I'm talking about the nurses, the teachers, the social workers, therapists, HR, DEI, hairdressers, flight attendants, nonprofit managers. If you're in those careers, you're in the nurturing career, which means that you are centering other people all day, every day in your career, and it means that you're taking a back seat, right? And that's going to translate into your romantic relationships, where you will center your man, but also be a second-class citizen in your relationship. And you might be giving and possibly giving too much, which I consider overgiving or providing, which is a masculine energetic trait. And the opportunity is learning how to sit more comfortably in your feminine energy and to set boundaries so that you're not doing too much. Because when you're in your masculine, what will happen is that you will attract two kinds of guys. One, a guy who's in his dominant feminine energy, who's looking for a mother, or two, a guy that is in his hyper or toxic masculine energy that will want you to forcibly submit into your feminine energy. So that's the opportunity for the nurturing careers. Secondly, if you are in a uniform career, so I'm talking about doctors, lawyers, military, police, firefighting, those sorts of careers, what I've noticed is that no emotions. Because you can't have any emotions in these careers, because if you do, it's the difference between life and death. So you have to turn them off and cut them off. But what that means in relationships is that you're not leading with your feelings. And if you're not leading with your feelings, it's hard for you to get in touch with your intuition and best navigate your dating life. And so the opportunity is around learning how to be in touch with your feelings and be vulnerable. The other part of these careers is that oftentimes they will suck out the individuality. So it means that you have to kind of play a role. And when you're playing a role in your career, but also playing a role in your relationship, you're not showing up as your full authentic self, which means that it's going to be hard to really truly get to know you. If you're showing 60% of yourself, your guy will only be able to love 60% of you. And that's not a sturdy foundation of a relationship. And then thirdly, the business people. So if you are a consultant, tech person, marketer, finance, you are often very busy maximizing the bottom line and maybe even the top line, girl. But what does that mean? It means that you're also going to be looking to maximize your partner. How can we get this relationship the best that it can be? How can you, my partner, be better? And that can be very tiring. And in a relationship, your job is just to accept your partner. When you're always wanting them to be better, you're going to make them feel like they are rejected for who they are. And so the opportunities for my business individuals is to learn how to accept people for who they are instead of maximizing them. And then also learning how to accept yourself, because oftentimes business individuals come from a very competitive landscape, whether it's sports or whether it's parents that were always making them compete and to try to be the best. And so to be at a place where you are accepting your full self will help you accept others. Now, I hope this is helpful. Let me know your profession in the comments and let me know if any of this resonates with you. And if you need help navigating this, definitely book a call with me. I'm totally here to help.
I like him.
I do like him. I've seen him, I would say a couple of times before, and he always catches me and I sit there and watch the whole video. But I can only speak on the profession that I'm in. And I feel like it does cross the barriers. Like you tend to put people first and they continue to let you put them first. It's a lot of not taking care of self, not even paying attention to self. I don't know how easy that is going to be to kind of get over, I guess I would say. But I definitely noticed that. So I agree.
Yeah, and that's not only with romantic relationships. I actually remember asking the question, this was just a few days ago, why do I feel like I care about people more than they care about me?
So I think I kind of asked myself a similar question. And it's kind of like I would do anything that people want me to do that I can do for them. But why do I not get that back? Why do I have to kind of suffer through stuff because people don't do me the same way I do? I've even heard that from Brandon too. Like he will give and give and give, and he's like, they don't do it for me. But that doesn't stop him from doing it because he gets something personally out of it. So he still will do it. But yeah, I have to get over that because your self-worth starts plummeting. And I just need to figure out a way to kind of put myself first, period. I mean, it is what it is. I just have to figure out a way to put myself first. And then, once I'm good with myself, and you're going to hear that probably. Once I'm good with myself, then I have, the bandwidth to pull somebody else in or treat somebody else the way, not even as good as I would treat myself, because I'm not going to even lie and say that. But I think I would see more clearly, like I tell people, what box to put you in.
Okay, so the next clip is from Cruise Season, and it is about begging someone to make
Make you a priority in their life.
Priority.
Ladies, if you gotta ask to be a priority in that man's life, you with the wrong man. Because the thing about a man, like when we really like you, we will carve out a space for you in our life if we feel like you are important, because we don't want to lose you. That man is gonna make sure that I'm taking you on dates. That man is gonna make sure to pay attention to what it is that you value and, you know, find ways to implement that, whether it be cards or gifts or notes or just intimate things, just to make sure that you feel valued, regardless of what it is that he got going. He could be one of the busiest dudes in the world, but you will be a priority. There will be no confusion. There will be no mistaking it. That man really values me. That will be the feeling. But if you run around a situation like not sure, or I think he does. He shows me sometimes, but like once those thoughts come in, the writing is on the wall. That lets you know that that man does not prioritize you like that, and you need to go find a man who does.
So
you know how you can just look at somebody and tell that person is a good man?
I get a feeling. I don't. It's not a look.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but I'm just going by the way he's speaking, what he's speaking. Unless you're just an undercover little idiot, but he seems to be a good man.
So this I know, because if a man wants to do for you, he will do for you. He will, like he said, carve out time for you. If he doesn't, like, you don't want to be with him, true, but if he doesn't, then I think what he's waiting for is you to make him the priority, so that like he can kind of
Reciprocate.
not only reciprocate, not reciprocate at all. He can be kind of in control of that situation. So
I don't know what you mean by
so for me, it's like the other person tells you how it's going to be and how they're going to enter your life and how they're going to leave your life, and you know what I mean, like what time they're going to carve out to spend with you, if they do, or they're going to back out on commitment with you that they made or whatever. I just think don't even start it. Like if you have to freaking even say, am I a priority or am I number 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7?
Then that's a problem.
Then it's time to walk away, because there's nothing left after that but heartache, because that's what your whole relationship's going to be about, because that bitch is narcissistic. Okay, so this next video is by Adele. I'm going to have to say _ Coaching Hearts, and it's about a manipulation tactic that men use.
A huge manipulation tactic that men use to create a false sense of affection and connection with you. My name is Adele Kelleher, and I am your dating coach bestie. And please share this with a friend who might benefit from this advice. You want to be careful. If he's overly affectionate with you, starts treating you like an established relationship, or showering you with words of praise and emotions way too early in the relationship, especially before you've had a chance to create a real foundation. This is not a connection and moment of love. This is manipulation. Seriously, watch out for this, because it is.
Okay. To me, just genuinely, that comes off as fake. Because you don't know anything about me to love. You don't even know if I'm a good person to be showering me with like words of adoration and whatever. Like, that's just so fake. I off the top, I'm like, okay, there's some BS. I'm not doing it.
Okay. I don't have anything to add. I was just I agree with her. It's almost it's almost like that's a red flag to me.
Is.
That when you get into a relationship with that person is going to be,
hey boo, I missed you. No,
clingy.
I'm not sure,
they going, you know how, and I want to say men because I'm a woman. start being, I don't know what the word I want to use is over something, but they stop letting you see your friends. They control where you go and when you get them, when you get back. That sounds like a red flag to me.
Yeah. I think that is going, it starts with emotional, well, it starts with that, then I think it's the emotional abuse, and then it could go on to all the other kinds. But yeah, avoid.
Okay, so this next clip is from Convo with Jay, and it's about 3 things men do when they don't like you.
3 things men do when they don't like you. And don't mistake this because you think he's playing hard to get. Nah, he just don't like your ass. Make sure that you hit that follow button because I post content like this every single day. Now, at least I try to post. Make sure that you click the link in the bio just in case you need a one-on-one session. Let's get to it. First one, he ain't gonna like when you flirt with him. He gonna give you that stank look like. Men really enjoy when women flirt with them, especially if it's an attractive woman or it's a woman that he's been eyeballing. If you're flirting with him and he's not giving you any type of action back, or he's giving you the stanky look and he's like, get away from me, like that's all you're reading on his face, he ain't fucking with you. I'm telling you that now. 2, he doesn't call you for shit, especially not during the daytime. He's not calling you. He's not trying to talk to you. He's not texting you. He's not doing none of that. Unless it's smash time, he ain't fucking with you like that. I'm telling you that right now. Men find that really fun, talking to a woman that he really likes, especially if she's cool, she's really nice, she's feminine, whatever. That man will talk to you all day. If he ain't doing none of that, just cut it loose. He don't want you. 3, I'm telling you now, if that man doesn't want to fuck no more, something is extremely wrong. You did something out of this world. He doesn't want to hear from you. He doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want you complimenting him, flirting with him. You did something wrong. If you turn a man off sexually, something is extremely wrong because it's hard to turn a man off sexually. I'm telling you it is. It's like, that's hard.
Straight from a man's mouth.
I don't think that those 3 things are hard to see.
Right.
Especially if you compliment somebody and they give you a stank look. How do you still feel it?
How do you? You gotta, okay, he ain't feeling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand people who push past that obvious sign that he don't feel like dealing with you. I appreciate him for putting that out there like that.
I'll just say, what do y'all think? And have you ever had somebody to do those things to you? I don't know that I have. I have had an issue of people calling. I would say that. But I would get like the texts or like the memes and whatever. And if I decide that I want to call, we have a nice long conversation. So I just feel too self-conscious, and like I would tell people, I'm not gonna make myself look stupid for you. Like, I just feel too self-conscious that if I see any sign and they don't like me, I'm ready to retreat. Like, I will roll out in a minute. So this next video is by The Truth Hurts 2024, and he is talking about how, why do I keep doing that? Like, y'all are gonna hear all kinds of weird noises till I get used to wearing this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's talking about how men run game on women.
This is how men run game on women. If a man want to know if you weak, he'll tell you what you want to hear, make you fall in love, and then all of a sudden he'll ghost you. He'll disappear. You can't call him, you can't text him or nothing. Now, if you don't run behind him, he know that you're different, you're strong, and you ain't weak. Now, if you blowing his phone up, he know he got you. So he gonna use that to get what he want from you. All I gotta do is act like I don't want her when I want something, and she gonna feel lonely. So in order to get me back, she gotta do what I say. And one thing about men, they always gonna use something that you want. Money. They gonna use that money to play with your mind and your feelings. See, a man can pay your bills all day, do everything for you all day. But as soon as you don't do something, he stop doing everything. He'll leave you in debt. He will put you behind. That's if you depend on his money all the time, every month. That makes a woman money hungry. And that woman will sell herself short because she don't want to be broke. She don't want to get in debt. She can get what she want. She can save her own money. That woman will go against her friends and her family because she know that I ain't gonna get nothing from that man if I turn my back on that man. The truth hurt.
First of all, women never depend 100% on a man for your needs, for your bills, for things you want to buy, anything like that, because that automatically puts you in a situation of sort of
Dependency.
Yeah. Never depend on a man for money like that. Always have your own.
I feel like this kind of goes with that video from Adele, like the manipulation tactics, and the who was the previous video that we just watched. It kind of all falls into that. It's another red flag.
It's another red flag because a person that care about you is not going to be doing all those things that he said.
But if you follow their program, they will come back and be like, "Oh, she need me. She gonna do whatever I want her to do." And some people don't. It's not worth it. It will absolutely fuck your self-esteem. Just like you don't need that. And there is somebody out there that will not put you through that. So when you start seeing all these things, like he ghosted you and you call him and you can't find him and he calling you at midnight and all that craziness.
And I'm absolutely not saying that if you are in a relationship and he offers to pay a bill or something, I mean, you can let him. Just don't let that be the norm.
Right.
Don't let him think that you need him for that.
Well, because then he'll hold that over your head.
Right.
Like, I pay all the bills around here, so you gotta, Nope, I don't live that kind of life no more. I'm too old to live that life. I think probably in my 20s, I might have been that gullible, but I was kind of standoffish too, so it didn't really affect me. I always paid my own stuff, whether it be late or not. I always paid my own stuff. Nobody had that to hold over my head. Like, that's another thing. I don't like you holding stuff over me because it tends to pop back up when you get pissed off at me. But anyway, yeah, super red flag.
So this next clip is from X Gillum and it's 10 facts every woman should know.
I wonder what he got to say about what women, I like that kills me. Let's go.
10 facts every woman should know. What one man won't do, I promise another man will. He's going to cheat if he wants to. It's never your fault. Stop accepting this is just who I am. A man will treat you how he feels about you. When he shows you how he feels about you, believe him. We men will do anything for a woman we want to be with. You shouldn't have to tell a grown man how to love you. If he loves you the way he claims he does, then his actions should show it. Give no second chances. We men are fully aware of our actions. You're not asking too much. You're just asking the wrong man.
That went.
Shout out to X Gillum. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with everything he said.
I was going to say that did not go how I thought it was going to go. That is some good advice. So follow X Gillum on TikTok if he's going to keep giving advice like that, and listen to everything he just said in this video.
It's like a recurring theme through these videos though, that if a man either likes or loves you the way he says he does, he will make time for you. He will do for you. Like, you wouldn't even have to ask. And like he said, if you have to, it's the wrong man. I'm still waiting to meet that man that I don't like. My thing is kind of being patient, I guess, to the person, like to meet that person and receive all this stuff that everybody talks about. So right now I'm like trying not to be eager to jump into anything. Cause it's been hell. All right, and our last video is by Nawan Hillian, and please forgive me if I said your name wrong. I'm not good with names at all. And this video is about not comparing yourself to others.
You can have a beautiful shape. The girl next to you, she can have a huge butt. Huge. Because her butt is huge does not automatically make your butt flat. It doesn't. That's just not how it works. Think about it like this. If I have 5 juicy, red, voluptuous apples, and Amanda has 6 juicy, voluptuous apples, do I not still have 5 apples? Does Amanda's 6 apples take away from the apples I already have? Not at all. And somebody else's beauty does not take away from what you have to offer. Appreciate what you have to offer as a woman, so that when you look at another woman, you won't automatically assume that just because she has that, it devalues what I have. That's honestly what comparison does. It makes you value what somebody else has over what you already have to offer. Be grateful for what you have. Look in the mirror and find the qualities that you love about yourself and stand on that. So the next time you go out and you see a pretty girl, you're able to compliment them from a place of gratitude for what you know that you already a baddie and you already look good, instead of seeing them and automatically feeling inferior. Their beauty doesn't take away from your beauty. You're still just as beautiful.
I will say facts. Her plus is not your minus. Did you see that pop up on her screen? Her plus is not your minus. Like,
I like that.
Whatever
I like that
you were when
message.
you saw her is the same that you are
After.
when you walk away.
Right. I appreciate her putting that out there like that. Positive reinforcement for other women.
Okay. So that is it for these TikTok videos. I kind of think like the couple ones I added in, like from the women, were more motivational. The other stuff from the men is like you said,
informational.
Like sometimes you didn't expect what was going to come out of their mouth, and sometimes you did. But everything was an eye opener. I liked them.
I did.
I feel like I got a lot out of them, and I guess a lot of, what do you call it? Recognizing that I knew that anyway.
So, thank you all so much for watching this video.
Subscribe.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. Subscribe, and we will see you in the next. Bye.